Hello and welcome to Market View at Deven Choksey, your daily market podcast where we decode the Indian financial markets, taking the cues, of course, from the global markets and all that happened during the domestic market session yesterday. So let's get started with the global market first. To start with, the GIFT Nifty is showing signs of positivity and it is higher, which is indicating a gap up start for the domestic markets. Again, Asian markets are trading higher during the day in the early trade, with Hong Kong Kospi up more than 1% each. If we have a look at the US markets and Dow Futures is trading slightly higher after cash market rallied on Thursday. US market ended higher for fourth straight session. Key indices did rise up to 2%. Again, just like domestic markets, there's result heavy week and result heavy season running in for the US markets as well. Apple did fall 3% in after hours, trading on weak revenue outlook for quarter one. On Thursday, S&P 500, Dow and Nasdaq notched best day in 6, 5 and 4 months respectively. US 10-year bond yield did fell to 4.6% ahead of monthly non-farm payroll and jobs data report. And again, if we have a look at the energy pack and bullion market, the crude remains range-bound, tracking geopolitical tension, and gold prices fall further to $1,983 index while steady at 106. If we have a look at the dollar index, it is steady at 106 mark. So clearly, the safe haven commodity is seeing a weakness sign. Crude is range bound. US markets are trading positive since last 4 trading sessions. Asian markets are trading higher in the early trade today, and GIFT Nifty is higher as well. So a positive start for the domestic market is expected. That's what the global cues are coming in. Let us now take a look at how one should approach the market today, as it is the Friday session and weekend is about to arrive. So taking the cues from the yesterday market close, well, the bulls were back after easing fears related to FOMC outcome, which turned out to be dovish commentary. Will the bulls party continue in the coming session? Will such a situation and a bullish scenario be seen in the coming session is the question we need to ask. Well, one can say that provided the Nifty 50 holds 19,100 to 19,000 levels in coming sessions, which can help the index move to 19,300 to 19,350 area, which is the crucial resistance area. If the index manages to climb and sustain above the resistance for a few days, then 19,500 to 19,600 can be possible areas to watch out for. Till then, the index may remain in the range of 18,900 to 19,200 zone. So clearly there are bullish signals seen in the market, but how long will they resist? And also, will the scenario of bullish session continue in the coming sessions is what one needs to watch out for, because the market has digested a lot of events, a lot of volatility, a lot of economic indicative action, and finally we see some green signals. In the yesterday's session, after a 2-day correction, the Sensex advanced around 500 points to close at 64,081, while Nifty rose around 144 points to close at 19,133. Well, the index has an immediate support at 19,100 level and below that 19,000 level, whereas 19,200 is the immediate resistance and 19,300 is the next resistance. Yes, the markets did see a bullish sign in the trading session yesterday, but we also have to consider that the overall medium-term trend, the scenario, however, is still negative only. Hence, traders should hedge and not be over-aggressive on the long side in this bounce. The market breadth also turned out to be positive, pushing the broader markets higher. About 5 shares were advancing against 2 shares falling on the NSE. The Nifty mid-cap and small-cap indices rallied for more than 1.5% during the session yesterday. The volatility also cooled down considerably, making the trend favorable for bulls. The fear index, India VIX, fell by 8% to 11 levels. So considering all of this, let's now understand what are the key support and resistance levels for both Nifty and Bank Nifty. The Nifty might take support at 19,082 followed by 19,056 and 19,013. On the higher side, 19,167 can be an immediate resistance followed by 19,193 and 19,235. While talking about Bank Nifty, the Bank Nifty reclaimed 43,000 mark after 2 days correction yesterday and rose around 316 points to close at 43,017 levels, indicating the fight between the bulls and bears for the clear direction. Well, the index is trading in the broader range in between 42,250 to 43,333 levels for the past few sessions, but finding hurdle near 43,235 level is something which is constantly being witnessed in the markets as present. The index has to continue to hold 42,750 area for an up move towards 43,333. Then 43,500 zone, while on the downside support is seen at 42,750 and then 42,500 levels. So that is what the support and resistance levels for the major indices look like. But now let's take a look at what are the important results which will be posted today. And also, it being a Friday session, let's take a look at what will be the numbers, what will be the results which will be coming in tomorrow, that is on the Saturday. For today, that is 3rd of November, Titan, Interglobe Aviation, Zomato, Aditya Birla Capital, Aegis Logistics, Bharat Dynamics, Crompton Greaves, Escorts Kubota, Godrej Phillips, IDFC, JSW Infrastructure, MRF, Shipping Corporation of India, TTK Healthcare are a few companies which will be posting, a few important ones which will be posting the numbers. If we have a look at the results on 4th of November, State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Delivery, PB Fintech, Affle India, Data Patterns, JK Cement, Metropolis Healthcare, Electra Green Tech, Orchid Pharma, Polymedicure, Suven Life Sciences, Utkarsh Small Finance Bank, Zuari Agro will be announcing their quarterly earnings. So clearly it's going to be a result heavy session today, and also results will be coming in majorly in the bank space, banks and financials on Saturday. So we have a long list to watch out for when the markets open up on Monday's session. And let us now have a look at the stocks and news. The stocks and news which came in, particularly the news which came in after the market close yesterday, which will be of prime importance while the markets open up today. To start with Tata Motors, the Tata Group company recorded consolidated net profit at 3,764 crore for the quarter ended September FY24 against a loss of 945 crore in corresponding period last fiscal, driven by healthy growth across segments. Revenue from operations grew by 32% on a year-on-year basis at 1,05,128 crore in Q2 FY24, with Jaguar Land Rover top lining and rising about 30% on a year-on-year basis at $6,857 million. The next on the list is M&M Financial Services. For October, the company estimates overall disbursement at around 5,250 crore at similar levels as previous year. The collection efficiency was at 94% for October against 91% in same month last year. The next on the list is Shilpa Medicare. The company has acquired Vilnova Pharma Inc. in the United States, which now will be the wholly owned subsidiary at par value of $1 per share. The transaction will be completed by 15th of November. The next stock in news is Container Corporation of India, Concor. The state-owned company has registered a 21% year-on-year growth in consolidated profit at 368 crore for July to September period for FY24, supported largely by other income and top line. The sharp increase in rail freight expenses limited profitability and impacted EBITDA margin. Consolidated revenue from operations grew by 10.5% on a year-on-year basis at 2,195 crore for the quarter. The next stock in news is Gujarat Gas, as gas distribution company has recorded a massive 37% year-on-year growth in consolidated profit at 296 crore for the quarter ended September FY24 despite muted top-line performance, driven by healthy EBITDA margin. Revenue from operations grew by 1.7% on a year-on-year basis at 3,991 crore for the quarter. And last but not the least is JK Lakshmi Cement. The cement company reported a 55% year-on-year growth in consolidated profit at 96 crore for July to September period of FY24, driven by higher volume, better product and sales mix and reduction in fuel cost. Revenue from operations increased by 15% year-on-year at 1,575 crore during the quarter, with sales volume rising 13.8% on a year-on-year basis to 28.78 lakh tons. And let us now take a look at the FIs and DIs data. While the foreign institutional investors offloaded shares worth 1,261 crore, the domestic institutional investors bought shares worth 1,380 crore. So this is what the market sentiment looks like on Friday morning. With this, we come to the wrap of our podcast session for today. To sum it up, the market sentiments at present, of course, look on the positive side, but one needs to consider the volatility also, because there's a lot happening in the global markets. There are a lot of concerns, challenges, results season, economic indicative action. But despite of all this, one needs to consider that market conditions are constantly changing, and in all of these changes, research is the backbone of successful portfolio creation. Wealth creation is an art that we understand. We at Deven Choksey have our exclusive research services which are powerful and successful. To avail our exclusive research services, we invite you to join us. Just click on the link below and you're done. Fill in your basic details and our team will reach out to you. So don't wait any further and embark on the wealth building adventure together. Thank you and have a nice day.